Most people don't fail their goals. They simply fail to update and align their mindset before they endeavor to achieve their goals. So, in this episode, we're going to look at some simple ways of how you can increase your chances of achieving the goals, the resolutions, the outcomes that you want for yourself and your life. And I'm recording this at the beginning of a brand new year, and it's a time of year where people are talking about New Year's resolutions and goals, new year, new me. And all of that is great. But one of the fundamental reasons why most people fail at resolutions or even goals is because they haven't fully kind of committed to it. They haven't got absolute clarity. It's almost like a more of a nice to have, a wishy-washy, vague outcome that they would like. So we're going to look at some simple ways how you can get some clarity to get full commitment as long as it's something you want to achieve. And that's the main thing. And that's another reason why sometimes people don't fulfill their goals. It's because they're making goals that they think they should be or that other people want them to achieve. So this is all about aligning your mindset with what's important to you, with what you want to achieve, and how best you can help yourself to make that happen. So my first starting point when I'm working with all my clients is to take them through my 3 Ws. And that is simply to, first of all, to establish where they are currently. What is it they're unhappy with? Most of us are experts at being able to talk about what we don't want. And it's really important to get some clarity on that, because that helps us then kind of look at the opposite in a moment. So spend a couple of moments thinking about what is it you don't want. Where are you now? What is it you're unhappy with? What is it you'd like to change? And once you've got that kind of in place, then we can move to the second one, which is, what do you actually want? What is it you actually want to achieve? If anything was possible, if you could wave a magic wand, if you could fast forward to this time next year, what is it you want to be different? How do you want to be thinking? How do you want to be feeling? What's changed? Um, and again, we often focus too much on the short term, and we all kind of talk about how time quickly goes, but we don't actually commit to the difference it would make if we just persisted consistently for a little bit longer. So why that's important, to establish what you don't want versus what you do want, is because it's the way the mind works. If we keep thinking and talking about what we don't want, the mind's just going to keep going in that direction. So if you imagine, I've talked about this before, but if you imagine your mind has its own inbuilt GPS system, if you were programming the car for going on a journey, it wouldn't be very helpful to program it where you didn't want to go. If you needed to go shopping to get some groceries, you wouldn't write a shopping list of all the things you didn't need. To get a successful outcome, you need to get clear and be aware of the things you don't want and don't need, but then get absolute clarity on what you do want. And then the third piece of that puzzle, that 3W sequence, is why. Why do you want it? Why is it important to you? What difference will it make to you? What positive consequences will it make to you, your life, and the significant people in and around you that matter most to you? Without connecting to that, again, it's where our goals, our desires, our resolutions stay on that kind of almost nice to have vague level. Whereas when you connect to why you want it, then you're kind of ranking up that emotional charge, the fuel, the desire, the fire in your belly, the motivation, and yeah, there's just that kind of that fuel, that inner charge to go and make it happen. Again, I know I've said this before, but I'm forever talking my own personal clients through this, so it never hurts to recap in these different episodes. If you liken that to going on a journey, you're in the car, you've programmed the sat nav for where you want to go, but imagine you've got no fuel in the tank. Imagine how frustrating that would be. You want it, you're excited, you're looking forward to it, you're prepared for it, you've planned for it, but there's no kind of fuel to get you there. And when you don't connect to why you want to achieve something, then it is like trying to go on a journey without any fuel. And there's no juice in the tank, there's no charge, there's no momentum to get you there. And that's where frustration comes into play. And that's when we find ourselves dropping back and defaulting into old, out of date ways. And why that happens is because the mind's primary objective is to keep us safe and secure where we are. And unless we give it enough of an incentive and a motivation and a reason why it should change, it is just protecting us. It's just keeping us safe. It's just keeping us comfortable where we are currently. Even if that's painful, even if it's uncomfortable, even if we don't want to be there, that's that internal kind of power struggle that we experience sometimes, where the conscious part of our mind wants to achieve an outcome, but the subconscious autopilot part of us has been trained, conditioned, and programmed to achieve something else, and we end up with this internal power struggle going on. And unless we make the change at the deeper level, that's why often we only experience superficial changes, short-term changes, or we find ourselves reverting back to old habits and behaviors. So yeah, like I say, I'm recording this at the beginning of the new year. That's why, so many people have already fallen off their New Year's resolutions already. That's why when people kind of maybe overindulge over the weekend and say, right, I'm going to reset on Monday. Monday comes and they find themselves just back into the routine of their old habits. So getting clarity on what you want and why you want it is really, really powerful. So if you've not done that before, then I encourage you to take a couple of moments to look at that. Resistance to change, to achieve anything, is usually because of lack of clarity. So spend some time to get some clarity. No right or wrong. It might sound vain or trivial or insignificant to somebody else, but they're not you, and they've not got your life, and they've not got your goals. So think about, tune into what's important to you, and see what difference it makes for you. And then the other really simple yet powerful kind of framework, if you like, that I'd like to take you through today to kind of go to the next level, because that alone will be useful, but we want to kind of really help you to push forward. And that's to go through what I call the DCA method. By going through the 3 Ws, you've got clarity, and you've kind of hopefully now decided what it is that you actually want. What is the outcome? What is the result? What is the goal? How do you want to think? How do you want to feel? How do you want your life to be? Making that decision is kind of fundamental for that internal change to happen. Unless we fully decide, unless we make that decision, unless we make that choice, the mind will continue to flow on autopilot. So the 3 Ws has helped you with that, but in your mind, make that decision. Again, it's like if you imagine that you've reached a crossroads, then you've got a choice to make. You either stay where you are undecided and don't do anything, or you decide to take that path, or you decide to take the other path. The choice is yours. And as you stand here with the next 12 months in front of you, you've got a choice to repeat the same year, repeat the same habits, repeat the same way of thinking, and just hoping and praying and winging that something will shift and change by chance. Or you can choose to do things differently, to think differently, and make that decision that's going to give you a greater chance of making that happen. And then that leads us nicely onto the C, which is commit to it. So it's all very well deciding. We can decide all day long, but unless we fully commit to it, again, nothing will change. All these link on to one another. And I was having this conversation with a client the other day, and a kind of really nice way to our way of kind of thinking about commitment is if you think about it in terms of relationships. Imagine that you are now entering a relationship with yourself, with your goals, with the results, the outcomes you want, the next 12 months, the next 5 years, next 10 years, whatever timescale you're kind of planning right now. If it was a relationship with somebody else, are you fully committed to it? Are you 1 foot in, 1 foot out? Are you just flirting with the idea? If it's just something that you would like to have, but it's not the right time? Is it something that you would like, but you're not in the right headspace? I don't know all the different reasons and excuses why it might not be the right time for you, but commitment is what takes it from an idea into creating it to something that will actually happen. So again, if you think about yourself at the crossroads, are you going to decide to take that path or that path? Making the decision of not doing anything isn't going to change anything. So you then got to commit to it. And like I said to you, if you were making that commitment to yourself, if you were making that commitment to your goals, are you all in now? Or are you still holding back? Are you still unsure? Are you still kind of being led astray by other options, other opportunities, other things that might be also appealing to you. And again, that's okay. But in terms of what's important to you and what the goal is you want to fully achieve, decide what it is that you want, whether it be for this next month, this next quarter, this next 6 months, this next calendar year. Decide what it is that you want to achieve. Make that commitment to yourself. And again, think of it like that relationship. Are you fully committed to it, or are you half-hearted? Have you got wandering eyes? And are you just flirting with the idea rather than going all in? Your choice, your life, your goals. It's up to you. No one can make that decision for you, and that readiness to do it is a key fundamental thing. So if you're not quite ready, if you don't want to do it yet, stop beating yourself up for it. Stop giving yourself a hard time for having not achieved and accomplished it if you're not ready to decide and commit to doing it fully. Once you've decided, once you're committed, then the A in the DCA is action. Take aligned action towards making it happen. Don't worry about, the whole year ahead, the whole, journey towards making it happen. Just focus on what's next. What's the next aligned step? What's the next aligned thoughts, actions, habits, behaviors that you can start that are going to help you get closer to making it happen? So there you go. 2 simple frameworks, 2 simple ideas that you can implement to help you get clarity and give yourself a greater chance of achieving the goals and the results that you want. And if you need a little bit more help with that, I have a plan your next 12 months success workshop, which you can get access to. I'll leave the details below. But if you just want to simply give yourself the best chance, you've already got a good idea of what you want, but there's some internal resistance. It feels like you're getting stuck, or it feels like there's some sort of invisible barrier or force that's kind of pulling you in a different direction. Then going through these 2 frameworks will help get some clarity and help get you aligned towards making it happen. So I hope that's helpful. Let me know in the comments what you found useful, and also let me know what's the one thing that you are fully committed to making happen. Not half-hearted, not maybe, possibly, not that kind of wishy-washy vagueness that most people get stuck with. I'm talking about what's the one thing that, if anything was possible, this time next year, we're having a conversation. What's that one thing, at least, that you want to make sure that you've made happen? Let me know in the comments below. And if I can be any help along the way, then just get in touch and let me know. Until next time, I wish you all the very best in helping you to achieve your best year yet. Take care.